Hello everyone, I'm Elenca, and today I'm excited to share a literary analysis of Tuesday with Morrie by Mitch Albom. Tuesday with Morrie isn't just any story, it's a heartfelt narrative that leaves readers questioning what truly matters in life. So let's dive in. First thing first, here's a brief summary of the plot. Tuesday with Morrie follows Mitch Albom, who reconnects with his former sociology professor, Morrie Swatch, after learning Morrie has an ALS, a terminal illness. Despite knowing he's nearing the end of his life, Morrie dedicates his remaining time to sharing life's biggest lessons with Mitch. They meet every Tuesday discussing about love, family, death, forgiveness, and what it means to live a truly fulfilling life. Here, a scene that beautifully highlights Morrie's resilience and acceptance reads, "The last class of my old professor life took place once a week by a window in a study where he could watch a small hibiscus plant shed its pink leaf." In this quote, the plant's shedding symbolizes Morrie's gradual decline. Yet, rather than resisting this process, Morrie sees it as a natural end of life. And this symbol frames the questions that follows Mitch throughout the book. Can Mitch truly change by internalizing Morrie's teaching? While Morrie faces that openly, Mitch's transformations remain uncertain. Will he embrace Morrie's life lessons or return to his career-driven life? This ambiguity keeps us wondering about the impact of Morrie's teachings on Mitch. Let's move on to character analysis, beginning with Morrie, who is really the heart of the story. At first, Morrie may seem like an endlessly wise teacher, but his openness about mortality gives him a unique depth. He doesn't just accept death, he openly embraces it, challenging society's limitations and showing Mitch that death is something to learn from. One quote that captures Morrie's outlook is, "Do I weather up and disappear, or do I give the best of my time most? I'm going to make that my final project." His ideas of making his illness a project speak to the determination. Instead of feeling defeated, Morrie is committed to living with purpose until the very end. Another quote that captures Morrie's philosophy is, "For me, Ted, living means I can be responsive to the other person. It means I can show my emotions and my feelings." Here, the repetition in "talk to them, be with them, when that is gone, Morrie is gone," reflects how deeply he values the connection. For Morrie, this quality defines life itself. Now, let's turn to Mitch, our storyteller and narrator. Mitch's journey is a different one. At the beginning, he's caught up in the first-place demands of career, success, and money, often neglecting his deeper relationships. But as he reconnects with Morrie, he's pushed to consider if his life has real meaning. This journey makes Mitch relatable, as he struggles between the world's demand and Morrie's wisdom. Morrie's direct questions like, "Have you found someone to share your heart with? Are you giving to your community? Are you at peace with yourself?" encourage Mitch to look inward. The repeated "are you" reflects Morrie's persistent focus on self-reflection, inviting Mitch and us, the readers, to reconsider our priorities. Next, in a powerful reflection, Mitch says, "I look back sometimes to the person I was before I rediscovered my old professor. I want to tell him to get on a plane and visit to a gentle old man in West Houston before that old man gets sick." Here, Mitch's words remind us how easy it is to take relationships for granted and lose sight of what really matters in the rush of daily life. Now, let's discuss the author's writing style, which adds to the book's emotional impact. Albom's simple conversational tone draws us in, making us feel like we're right there with Mitch and Morrie. Using a first-person narrative, Albom's let us sink in those intimate Tuesday sessions. These choices allow big ideas to come across powerfully, but without a preachy tone. One line in particular has a universal impact. "Have you ever really had a teacher? When you saw as a raw but precious thing." This rhetorical question resonates with us readers, bridging a story with our own expectations with mentors. Next, One of the most important teaching is in a simple statement in life is to learn how to give out love and let it coming. This straightforward language with clarity makes Maury's wisdoms accessible to anyone. Another example is death ends a life, not a relationship. This short line says a lot about Maury's views on love and legacy, encouraging us to reflect on our own relationships. Also, albums' use of humor adds warmth even in tough moments. For example, Maury says, one day somebody's gonna have to wipe my ass. This humorous but honest line makes wisdoms more approachable, blending heavy themes with humanity. Now let's move on to the strength of the diction. Album's word choice is another reason the books feel so accessible. His language is simple, allowing profound ideas to come through effortlessly. Sentences like the culture we have does not make people feel good about themselves. This direct and conversational language resonates, making readers question societal values. Likewise, forgive yourself before you die, then forgive others captures Maury's view on love and forgiveness in a few memorable words, which is in a clear and commanding tone. Another short but potent line, love each other or perish, emphasizes Maury's philosophy on love. Its simplicity allows the message to resonate universally. Lastly, album sentence structure enhances the impact of his themes. He balances short, impactful sentences with longer, reflective ones, giving the story rhythm. For example, once you learn how to die, you learn how to live. It's concise and parallelism, making us to reflect on our own lives and our acceptance of mortality. Another straightforward line, accept what you are able to do and what you are not able to do, reflects Maury acceptance philosophy in simple terms, making it both powerful and relatable. Finally, in a long passage about parenthood, Maury says, there is no experience like having children. That's all. There is no substitute for it. If you want to experience of having completely responsibility for another human, then you should have children. Here, the blend of short and long phrases gives weight to each point, making Maury's thoughts on parenthood feel intimate and sincere. And that brings us to the conclusion. To Stay with Maury is so impactful because it's real and relatable. Through Album's conversational style, pure language, and thoughtful structure, we experience Maury's journey as we were there. The book challenges us to think deeply about our own lives and relationships, leaving us with questions about how we want to live. Maury's lessons aren't just on a page, they're invitations for us to live more meaningfully. And that is the end of my oral presentation for the literary analysis of Tuesday with Maury. And thank you for listening and paying attention to me. I wish you to have a good day.